There is no battle won. There is no battle won. And I need for people to understand that. You can't say OS won a battle. You can't say Sheila won a battle because if anything, we all know my issues with Sheila weren't even with Sheila. My issues were with the regulating body, not her, regardless of how much noise she made. The issues are with the regulating bodies, and that's something that the industry has to talk about. I would say gossip became, before me, I like to pay respect where it's due. I think gossip became something when Mary started it. That form of being critique and say it as it is type of gossip, the brutal type. I'd like to say it was Mary. In Mary's time is when it became such a big deal. Okay. And then the rest of us who came after that were just building on from that.
Okay. Arguments for and against gossip in the entertainment industry.
How?
Has it contributed in any way? Has it helped?
Yes. I mean, I'll speak for myself. The way I used to do my gossip, it reminded me, because I'd bump into artists who have talked about or done a story on, and you'd expect them to have animosity, but you'd be shocked that many would be like, "Mona, wali wangamba ko chino ne chinyamba." Like, it helps put them in check. You know, artists never have anybody to put them in check. But if they know I'm going to go do something stupid and then the tabloids are going to be all over it and the gossip shows are going to jump on it, they think twice. So in a way, I think it helped shape up the industry for us not to have mediocrity. Okay, it's still there, but at least it shaped it in a way, in a very big way.
What do you think went wrong with gossip following these recent directives by UCC? What went wrong? Where did the gossip guys go overboard? Did the content creators make mistakes?
Come on! You can never go overboard with gossip. That's what's funny. You can't go overboard with gossip. Like it's gossip. It's already overboard. But I think the genesis of your downfall, especially mainstream media, because I'm not part of mainstream media anymore. I was part of it for a very long time. But the genesis of your downfall, I think, for me, would start with the saga that happened with me and the Sheila Gashumbas situation. I mean, what it did, I kept telling people there's going to be a dominoes effect if you let this go through. And what it did, it showed artists, celebrities, influencers, bloggers, you name it, if you're worth talking about. It showed that anybody can wake up on a bad day knowing very much well what they have done, and we're speaking on what they have done, but still try to twist it and play victim. And the regulating bodies will, of course, listen to them, because these are just regulating bodies. They are not creatives like you and I. When I sit down to create a show about gossip, I have a vision. I have where it's supposed to go, but a regulator is not going to understand that. So the masses out there, when that whole situation happened, it showed entertainers most especially that, oh, I can also get up and cry wolf and say, Gundi yanjogedeko bubi, but gwani gwe batayogera ko bubi. Ochitegeera, enensi ya bigambo, ne Katonda ogiteeka, oh, he used the words, he said, let there be. So I think for me that was the genesis of where it started going wrong. These people understanding that, I can just go and, shout to the regulating body, because the regulator is not going to see it from a production point of view like I am. The regulator is just going to see it from their regulation, part of it. So I think that's when it happened.
What's the future of gossip? Did have people like OS won the battle, the Sheila Gashumba?
There is no battle won. There is no battle won. And I need for people to understand that. You can't say OS won a battle. You can't say Sheila won a battle, because if anything, we all know my issues with Sheila weren't even with Sheila. My issues were with the regulating body, not her, regardless of how much noise she made. The issues are with the regulating bodies, and that's something that the industry has to talk about. But you see, the problem is that we are divided. In the UK, if the presenters in the UK, if you do something wrong as a body to one of them, they all gang upon you, because that's their livelihood. So, in a nutshell, I think no one has won any battle. The artist needs the gossip needs the artist at the end of the day. For an artist, your entire life, why we call it visual arts, is you want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to create controversy that makes people want to know what you're all about. So if you cut that out, then you are as good as dead as the person who is losing business from gossip. It's a two-way street, a double-edged sword, really.
Wow. So what's the future? Finally, what's the future for television in Uganda? What's it going to look like with gossip and the changes?
Olugamba nawe lufudde. You can now no longer outrightly do it the way you'd want to do it as a production house because you're all going to be scared. Which is different. So the future of gossip is just going to stay online. You know, it's going to have to be online gossip. It's going to have to be, that's the future now. The future is for you to get out under of a regulating body as a mainstream person and understand that you can't make money off it mainstream, but you can make money off it online. That's the future. That's just it.
That's what's up. Thank you.